Before I talk about what I was going to talk about, Bug's tweet today, I'm sure that you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
He said he was kind of inspired a little bit, hanging out with a couple of basketball players.
Yeah.
What do you think about his tweet?
Just a funny thing. But yeah, we've been hanging out with the basketball players a lot. Like they pretty cool guys. We all a family. We support each other. Buzz a funny guy. I was talking about. He was like, I bet I do it. I'm like, I bet you won't do it, and he did it. It's pretty funny.
You know, he's got some added confidence.
Yeah.
He's improved a lot. He had this touchdown in the first game. And,
Definitely.
But, you know, it came from somewhere. It's funny because there's some truth to it.
Right.
You know,
true.
there was a bad crowd on Saturday.
Yeah.
Do you guys, he said he doesn't notice it during the game. When you run out of the tunnel and you have a chance to look around and you see that the place has got a lot of empty seats, do you ever notice it? Or are you so zeroed in on the game that you don't realize it until later?
I don't really realize it till really after the first drive. I'll be zoned in, and then after I come off the field the first drive, I'll take a peek and notice the things.
It's good weather, Big Ten team here. You know, it's
true.
Does it bother you guys at all, or
Well,
do you think it's out of your control?
It's out of our control, definitely it's out of our control, but no, it don't bother us, because we got to show up either way, and we it happens. It's been like that for a couple of years now, this is my fourth year, my senior season, and we done had few games where a crowd come and it, but we ain't really been like that. Maybe it'll change after this, hopefully.
Well, winning certainly does that.
Definitely.
The NCAA thing probably has something to do with it as well. Moving on from that, one of the things I've noticed this season is that as a group of wide receivers, you guys are blocking really well downfield. You had a couple of great blocks the other day, one on Marquise's 41-yard, or no, it was Romar, I think it was a screenplay. It sprung him free.
Yeah,
and you had a couple other blocks as well that were, you engage and you sustain the engagement.
Right.
That's an important part of playing wide receiver, in your position, tight end, sort of mock wide receiver, that a lot of fans don't really know much about. Talk about that aspect of your game and how much you guys work on it.
It's definitely one of the major parts about this game. We got a good running back, and in order for the offense to make plays on the ground, you got to block. You got to block. You got to move guys out of the way. You got to try to pin guys and run in areas that the defense can't tackle us. And I work on it a lot. We all work on it a lot. We got a special technique that we use, and you just effort. Coach talks about it all the time. There's only two things you can control: your attitude and your effort. And what I'm willing to give for the team is, I can't even explain it. This is my last year, and being from Florida made, I'm definitely Tar Heel bred, and these are all my brothers. So I'm willing to do whatever I got to do, which is right now blocking and holding guys off, and I'm doing a pretty good job at it.
How good a blocker were you when you got here, or were you just bad like a lot of high school receivers are when they get to college?
Yeah.
Because they never really have to block in high school.
Definitely.
And how much of it was a starting from scratch thing for you?
I always had kind of like a bigger frame, but I definitely wasn't a good blocker. In high school, I didn't block none. I always had the ball. And when I got here, Coach Brewer, they molded me. I definitely say that they definitely molded me into the blocker type of guy I am now. I got some pretty good strength. I got good strength. I just use my feet. Most time blocking is done with your feet. You got to move your feet. Then do what you want them to do.
Feet,
try to
hips.
get hips. Yep. You got to punch. You got to punch. It's physicality, violent game. But that's what it is.
A lot of schools give helmet stickers out for some of the blocks you made today. What do you guys do to acknowledge it to the team? Nothing.
That's our job.
It's just your meeting.
That's what we're supposed to do. That's our job. That's what you don't get no cookie for something you're supposed to do. You feel me? That's what you got to do. So.
Would cookies be a good thing?
Yeah, oatmeal cookie.
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal cookie.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.